Hello there kittens, this is Gemini recording my voice for a video for the first time. Yay! I wanted to do this for a long time, and since I'm making the art style challenge, I decided it was a good opportunity to give it a try. You know, to tell you a little bit about the styles I chose, why I chose them, which ones were harder, which ones were easier, and I don't know, maybe make the video a little bit more enjoyable, interesting, I don't know. Also, as you can see, English is not my first language, so please bear with me while I get better at this. I'm recording from my phone because I don't even have a microphone, so yeah, this is going to be hard. As I said before, today I'll be making the art styles challenge, where you draw yourself or one of your characters in different styles. It might be from cartoons, from anime, manga, comic books, video games, artists, whatever you like. Of course, originally it was supposed to be 20 different styles. I only made 10 because the video was getting really too long. So, well, I still hope you enjoy them. So for my challenge I picked Jessika, one of my characters, the main character actually from my webcomic Candy Vampire. She's a young, cute, colorful, adorable vampire girl, which I love so much. And she's really fun to draw because, you know, the colors, the rainbows, the huge amount of accessories, the pigtails, all of those are Jessika's trademarks, and I really enjoy designing outfits for her because I always try to make her, you know, as colorful as possible, because she was born as some kind of parody of the typical dark, edgy vampire. Well, nope. She's a ridiculously cute, a sickly sweet, well, candy vampire. And well, about the style itself, I'm drawing her in my normal style. I use 6 different styles right now. I have from the semi-realistic one to the bicho to the most chibi one. But in this case, I picked the style I'm most comfortable with, the one who I've been developing since I started drawing, I think. I really was really influenced by anime, so yeah, this is like my anime style, to call it somehow. But yeah, it's the one I use the most, the one I doodle with, the one I design my characters in, and it's the one that comes more naturally to me, so this is the one I'm going to call my style. In this style I can do so many details, even though I'm not really good at making too many details, but you know, the prints, you'll see, it was fun to make all the prints in the other styles, some very simpler styles. And oh my god, those bunnies! They're so cute. Definitely anything that's cute goes to Jessika's wardrobe, that's for sure. And in the end I ended up changing Jessika's smile a little bit because, I don't know, it fitted better in other styles. So let's begin! First style is a Lucky Starr, a pretty popular anime. I think you must have heard of it before. This style is so cute, so soft, I don't know, it was perfect for Jessika. She was born to be drawn in this style. Well, as you can see, I did my research. I looked for references for everything about Jessika's appearance. I looked for references for her pigtails, for her eye shape, the smile, the accessories, the little vampire fangs, everything, and I was so glad because I could find it all. You know how some people, when doing this challenge, they complain about not being able to find the proper references for some features of their characters, like, I don't know, curly hair or dark skin, or I don't know, that kind of stuff. And well, I was so glad I could find the ones I needed for Jessika. Initially, I was going to draw her with the school uniform from the show because I think it's pretty iconic. But in the end, I decided to draw her in with her regular outfit, the one I had designed for her in the first image, because I don't know. Looking through different image references of the characters, I saw lots of cute outfits with prints, with patterns, and I decided I could make it work. And yep, to make her look more like herself. You can see how I simplified the bunny pattern for this style, because looking at the references I found many clothing with cute patterns, but all of them were really simple. But it's still pretty distinguishable, right? And that's it. This one was one of my favorites, definitely. I think Jessika looks pretty good in this style. I think she even looks like she could be a character from the show. And I don't know, I'm really happy with this one. What do you think? Now's the time for adventure time! This one is really popular in this challenge. I have drawn Jessika in this style once actually, but I decided to make a new version. I don't know, this style is so simple, so cute. Actually, simple things are usually really hard for me to make, but this one came out really, really easily. The backstory, well, Jessika, Jessika is a vampire like Marceline, but I don't know, she's also a candy lover, so she needed to be a candy person. So in the end, I make some kind of hybrid between those two. She probably was a regular candy person, a caramel person with caramel hair and caramel skin, who was bitten and turned by a vampire, making her a candy vampire. Yeah, I really like that idea. Maybe too much. You'll see I had to fix her face a little bit, her proportions, because I realized a little bit too late that I was using references from characters who are actually more like teenagers or adults, and Jessika has such a baby face, so yeah, I had to fix that one. Now for a classic one, Sailor Moon! Sailor Moon was one of my favorite cartoons when I was a little kid. It was a huge inspiration for me, a huge influence for my art style. And this style is really girly, really, light. It has such a cute style. I chose the anime version of this style, which is really colorful, really a little bit childish, and I thought it would fit Jessika pretty well. I used to draw about Sailor Moon a lot when I was a little kid because I loved it so much. I think many of the stuff I draw I learned from Sailor Moon, from mimicking Sailor Moon style when I was a child. I never had a proper art classes when I was a little kid, so I just learned from mimicking styles like anime styles. So yeah, you can see, for example, the way I draw hair, it's pretty influenced by Sailor Moon style. I think she looks a little older. I don't know, I think I never could see the Sailor Scouts as 14-year-old girls. They always look older to me, but I don't know, Jessika looks pretty cute, even so. The hand gesture from Sailor Moon was perfect for Jessika's pose. I also changed her hairstyle a little bit because I wanted to add those, circle thingies that Sailor Moon and Sailor Chibi Moon have, and I really like how they look. And obviously I wanted to make her a Sailor Scout, not just some random civilian, so I decided to make her wear a cute sailor outfit, trying to, respect the rules from the uniform, but at the same time trying to use some details from the outfit I had designed for Jessika. And I don't know, I really like the results. It might be not as colorful as I would like to, but I think she kinda looks like a Sailor Scout. I don't know, Sailor Rainbow or something. Oh, that background. I think I also learned how to draw backgrounds from Sailor Moon. She looks a little bit older, but I really like how she turned out. What do you think? So the next style was kind of a suggestion from one of my patrons, and it's totally Spies, a TV show from my teenage years, which I liked very, very much, not only because it was about three best friends saving the world with cool gadgets disguised as regular girly stuff, but also because of the art style precisely. It was thanks to this show that I discovered there was like a wave of Western animation influenced by anime style, and I really like that tendency. I actually want to include that to my own art style. So yeah, I really find this particular style very inspiring. So originally I was not going to add this one to the art style challenge of Jessika, because I have the same trouble I have with Sailor Moon, and it's that even though I really like both shows, the girls in these cartoons look really old, like late teens or almost adults. So I don't know, I see Jessika more like a more childish kind of teen. She's only 13 years old, so she's still a baby. But in the end, I draw like a older version of her, like a little bit more mature, a little bit more fashionable, and I kind of like the result. Also, for this particular style, I changed Jessika's outfit a little bit. Not too much, but enough to make her look more like a part of the show, like the other girls. And I think she does, actually. I also added a couple of gadgets, looking like accessories, like a couple of hair clips and a bracelet. you know, because I'm sure Jessika will love those gadgets. I should have added more. And of course the camp powder, because she cannot be a spy and not have a camp powder, right? I actually regret not making her wear a spy costume, but you know, the spy costume is just one color and that's a nope for Jessika, and instead I prefer to see how she looked like with her original outfit. So that's the result. She definitely looks a little bit older, but she maintains her essence thanks to those pigtails. She still looks like a kid and I like that. So yep, that's enough for me. Well, style 5, let's see. Style 5 is Vampire Knight. I must admit I don't really like Vampire Knight, but I wanted to draw Jessika in a typical vampire style. And I think this anime is the one that I'm most familiar with, so yeah. Besides, I kind of like the way they draw eyes and hair, so I wanted to give it a try. I took inspiration from the ending of the anime, where you could see Yuki, the main character, in a dark room with dark clothing and with a gloomy expression on her face, looking almost like a doll. So that's how I wanted Jessika to look, but basically. And I don't know, this one was a pretty interesting one, even though it loses all of Jessika's personality. But I don't know, changing once in a while, it's a good thing. Her eyes were a little bit of a challenge, but they actually look pretty beautiful. Also, besides the Magical Girls one, this style was the one that made me change Jessika's outfit the most, because the characters on this show use more classy outfits, and I decided to change Jessika's outfit, getting inspiration from Lolita's style to adapt her off-shoulder shirt and her scarf, always trying to keep certain features like the bunny pattern on her scarf. And the result was actually pretty interesting. I thought about drawing her with red glowing eyes like the ones from Turned Vampires like Zero, but in the end I stick with her original green eyes. She looks more like a doll this way. So who knew? It actually looks pretty good in this gloomy style, but I still prefer colorful, cheerful Jessika. And you? Next style is K-On! This was definitely one of the best styles from the whole challenge. I'm really glad I picked this one, because I think of Jessika every time I see the main character, Yui. Her smile, her innocent, cute smile is so Jessika, I can't help it. So I had to do it. It was just meant to be. Looking for references, I found her eye shape, I found her thick eyebrows, I found, well, obviously her smile. It was just perfect. And what's even better, I found these kind of CD covers from the characters. I think they are from the character songs, and they are so colorful, so vibrant, so artistic, so full of little details. I don't know, I saw Jessika since the moment I saw them. So I decided to draw Jessika's own CD cover, and it was the best thing I could have done in this challenge. The style itself is a little bit different from the one of the anime, because the line art it's a little more pronounced. I don't know. It's made of flat colors, but it has some black shadings here and there. It was pretty interesting because it's not a normal regular style of anime coloring. Also, drawing Jessica's pigtails in this style made me realize I'm not liking that much the way I'm drawing her hair lately. So I'm probably going to fix that in upcoming drawings of Jessica. Every one of the characters had a little accessory with the shape of the instrument they played in the band. And since Jessica doesn't play any instrument, I decided to make her wear a little tambourine because, I don't know, I thought it would be really, really cute. Oh, the flower patterns. This was one of the hardest versions to make because I usually draw the patterns in a pretty lazy way. You know, I don't even follow the wrinkles of the clothes when I draw them. So for this version I had to do it one by one. My gosh, look at those accessories, look at that rainbow necklace. It was just really great. I'm really glad I did this one. And here it is, Jessica's own CD cover. I think I would buy it. Yet another popular one, Gravity Falls. This was one of the simplest, of course, because of the style, but also it was one of the hardest to design because, you know, Jessica is Mabel. There's no way of denying it. I mean, she's got Mabel's hair, Mabel's personality, Mabel's cheerfulness, Mabel's cute, colorful sweaters. So I didn't know how to draw her and not make it look like I'm just drawing Mabel, you know? So I drew her pigtails, changed her nose a little bit, made her wear her original outfit instead of the rainbow sweater I had prepared for her in the references. And can you believe I couldn't find any normal fangs in the whole series? I mean, I added that couple of little fangs on her regular teeth, but I'm not really convinced it was the best option. There weren't vampires at the Gravity Falls. I mean, there was like some kind of weird Nosferatu's baby in the intro, but I think nothing else. So here it is, little Mabel Jessica. Then there's a Pretty Cure. I needed to make a Pretty Cure style. The problem was picking which one. So, well, I went for this one mainly because Jessica is a perfect mix of the pink one and the yellow one. It was just perfect for her. And because I like the way they draw eyes. They are pretty interesting. They have these little like part around the pupil. So I don't know, I found them pretty interesting. Also, I kinda like the outfits. I think if Jessika were to wear a pretty cute outfit, it would be definitely one of these. Besides the icon, the flower icon, it's pretty colorful. I don't know, it was just right. What I like about Pretty Cure style is that it's pretty girly, pretty vibrant. I don't know, it has Jessika's essence. It's pretty cute. And well, just like with Sailor Moon, I decided to make her magical girl version. Of course, it was more fun trying to replicate her outfits in the Pretty Cure uniform. I decided to make her costume green because first of all, it was not taken by one of the characters of the show. Second of all, it was in her original outfit. And third of all, if you look closely, all the girls in the anime have their eyes matching, their eye color matching their uniform colors. So since Jessika has green eyes, well, green seemed just right. I also made her hair lighter because in the show, when the girls transform into their magical girl versions, their hair tone changes too. It becomes lighter, like from brown to blonde. So I tried to follow the same logic with Jessika. I think she really nails this style. I mean, look at her. She looks great. Now, finally, the last one. Now that I think of it, this was the only video game I picked in this challenge. And it is Splatoon. I've never played this game in my life. To be fair, I haven't played many games in my life. But I found the style to be really appealing. The character design is so unique, so colorful. I really like those little design details, the clothing style, everything. So I decided it could work for Jessika. Besides, that tentacle hair from the Inklings really caught my attention. So I wanted to see how Jessika would look like with that kind of hair. I thought about making her a lime green Inkling since it was the most vibrant, eye-hurting color there was. But since it's supposed to be her hair, I decided to go with the one that was more similar to her brown original shade. And I think it was the right choice. She looks pretty much like herself. Oh, the hair clip. Okay, for this one I looked for the gear you can add to your character in the game. And I found this cute little hair clip with the logo of the game, so I decided to use it instead of Jessika's original ones. I also looked for references for earrings, but I couldn't find any, so I went on and redesigned her star-shaped earrings. So now they are starfish earrings. Pretty cute, huh? This style was by far the one that took the most to be completed. I mean, all those little details, trying to recreate the volumes, trying to make the anatomy of the character make some sense. It was really hard, but you know, this is a challenge. We are supposed to challenge ourselves, so I think it was a good option. I also know there was another style for the art of the video game that was like more, I don't know, more artistic. It had some cool textures that I would have liked to try, but I don't know, in the end I went for the 3D model because I think that is the style of the actual game, so it seemed right. You know, the shading was really difficult. I'm really not used to draw to mimic 3D stuff. So it was really hard to try making the volumes. And I would probably have done it better if I had more time or if it was, a serious thing to do. But, well, since it was just a challenge and I didn't have all the time in the world to waste trying to mimic 3D style, well, I did my best with the time I had. I think it looks pretty good. You may have noticed that this video is way faster than most of my speed paints. That's because, I'm really slow at drawing, so the video was too long. And I really had to speed it up because I wanted you to see the whole process. I didn't want to leave anything out, so yeah. Also, this is the first time I've been talking in English for so long, so yeah, I'm sorry about all the mistakes I probably made. And I promise I'll keep practicing, to improve my pronunciation. So thank you for your patience. And since I like to torture myself, I decided to draw her with the iconic ink gun from the game. But after I finished, I noticed that I completely forgot to draw the tank on her back. So yeah, that tank where the ink is actually stored. So I think she won't be using that gun for anything. And here it is. I'm actually pretty proud. Now just a couple of details left. I fixed Jessica's smile, as I said before, and a rainbow background for a rainbow girl, and that's it. And finally, here they are, Jessica in 10 different styles. What do you think? You like them? You don't like them? Which one is your favorite? Give me a thumbs up if you think I did a good job, and if you think I didn't, well, comment below and tell me why. I really love making these challenges, so if you have any suggestion for upcoming ones, please comment. And if you'd like to support my art, please check out my Patreon. You'll get early access to all of my work, high quality pieces, access to polls, and even some free art. Or you can support me by clicking that subscribe button and following me at any of my social media. Check the links below. Thank you for watching, see you next time, bye bye!